I never want it to come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I have. I can also be having the greatest time and simultaneously wishing people would stop sending me.
Good. Yeah, people have a hard time sometimes. They're not prepared to see you.
Concerned about Disney's new Snow White remake, mostly because of what the lead actress has been saying to the press.
I do have to say, for all the people who've supported me in my past projects, it's really dark. It's very disturbing. I mean, within 5 minutes of the show.
She's not going to be safe for the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
Rachel Zegler has been described as a walking PR disaster.
There have been rumors that Lucy Hale will take over Rachel Zegler's iconic Snow White role. What happens behind the scenes in this well-liked rendition of a fairy tale? This is a discussion on the true story of Disney's most recent live-action picture, which takes place in a magical forest. It's undeniable that discussions regarding Rachel Zegler's casting as Snow White took place. It hasn't all been sunshine and rainbows. The decision to cast Rachel Zegler, a gifted 21-year-old of Polish and Colombian descent, as our favorite princess has generated a great deal of criticism. One admirer mentioned Lucy Hale, who we've seen a lot on TV as a stunning princess, citing her sanctimonious demeanor, contempt for the fairy tale romance, and general lack of interest. In the Disney live-action rendition of Snow White, a number of people have proposed Lucy Hale as a possible Snow White actor substitute for Rachel Zegler. Hale, who is well known for her part in Pretty Little Liars, is seen to be a suitable fit for the part because of her passion and uncanny likeness to the character. Even Lucy has admitted that she resembles Snow White in online photos. Making online petitions that showcase Hale's acting and singing prowess is one way that supporters are helping her. Disney initially selected Zegler in spite of this grassroots push, which spurred conversation and debate about perhaps re-evaluating casting decisions. Since they view Lucy Hale as the ideal princess, their supporters will never give up on her. Now, it's possible that Rachel is to blame for the unexpected turn of events. A few earlier leaked interviews have caused some people to cluck an eyebrow or two. Zegler is said to have made a number of hurtful comments about the 1937 original animation masterpiece. You know that one piece of art that we find truly exceptional? Yes, she gave it a rather sarcastic glance. She took issue with the way Prince Charming and Snow White were portrayed. Broken. But there's more still. Since Rachel wanted Snow White to be all about leadership and power this time, she made hints that it wouldn't just be a polished telling of the classic tale. Similar to when a pumpkin is transformed into a pineapple. Strange and possibly perplexing. In an interview with Variety in September 2022, Rachel shared a preview of her twisted and perverted rendition of Snow White. She wasn't kidding when she suggested that she was providing the character a contemporary advantage. Put an end to your fantasies of arriving as Prince Charming on a white steed. Nope, Snow White's ambitions are growing. Realizing her father's legacy as a fearless, just, brave, and honest leader is the goal. By that, what do you mean? To put it simply, 1937 is no longer relevant. And the story doesn't stop there. In a prior interview with Extra TV, Zegler additionally disclosed that she had no qualms about being honest with the actual prince. She accused him outright of stalking him. She even made a hint that Prince Charming, played by co-star Andrew Burnap, will make a fleeting appearance in the film. That being said, Disney fans shouldn't exactly wear party hats for this. Zegler is charged with insulting language and her ancestry, as well as attempting to impose her own magic into the narrative. Users of TikTok are criticizing Zegler for not giving this once-in-a-lifetime chance the recognition it merits. They also have a false feminist banner flying, which suggests that her alterations might not be as beneficial as they first appear to be. At this time, things really started to become interesting. Some spectators took part in the prediction game because they thought Zegler's frank remarks would hurt the film's box office performance. They even made hints that Disney might just tell everyone to leave with a wave of his wand. In an interview, she further stated that she had only ever seen Snow White once. The internet, being the wonderful medium that it is, went up in flames on July 4. Out of all of the tweets, one went viral. I'm really upset that Rachel Zegler said that she didn't like Snow White as a child, and that she had only seen the film once before being cast. This is who we get. out of millions of women who adore the character and care about the story. Disney has received a lot of negative feedback. Talk show host Tomi Lahren stated a lot in an interview. Her signature tactic has been to lay down the gauntlet, implying that Disney can decide to pursue box office successes in addition to adopting a more socially conscious stance. Here's her twist, though. Rather than taking a sledgehammer to a cherished childhood favorite, make something entirely new. She is bothered by more than just the waking portion, though. Tommy's attention is focused on Rachel Zegler, the lady selected to wear Snow White's crown. Tommy compares it to putting a shadow over the realm of fairy tales. She maintains that Zegler is more troubled by the movie's storyline and plot than that. It appears that she has little regard for Snow White. She seems to have exaggerated Zegler's interviews, emphasizing how often she has made fun of Snow White more often than one can find trees in a forested area during a storm. She went beyond simply stating that the first Snow White was uncomfortable. She is also considering the prince. As if receiving more money for dressing in the famous outfit weren't incentive enough, a clothing tax, if you will. Tommy immediately labels her a petulant brat because she refused to eat the entire feast and instead bit the hand that fed her. At the time, neither Piers nor his visitors were happy. The film's original goal of a 2024 major premiere has been rescheduled to a 2025 release date. Although there are other elements at work, it is simpler to place the blame on the continuing SAG after strike. The primary rewrite of the movie, Disney's decision to rewrite the script and then rewrite it again in response to criticism, and the portrayal of the dwarfs are all being criticized by fans. Supporters of Rachel's character portrayal in the next movie are growing more and more displeased with it, believing that Rachel is not sensitive or fit for the part. They think that a diverse group of actresses could more faithfully represent the role in terms of both physical appeal and acting prowess. Disney's handling of the movie has also drawn criticism, and fans' outrage over Rachel's comments has only grown. Remake requests have resulted from this, particularly in light of the film's numerous postponements. Disney had already postponed the release from 2024 to 2025 because of early cast opposition. Now, a large portion of her supporters desire Lucy Hale to succeed her. They contend that Lucy exudes genuine enthusiasm in addition to having the ideal appearance for the role. The number of individuals who attend the movie could rise thanks to her devoted fan base and current celebrity. She was a wonderful Cinderella, perfectly embodying the essence of the princess role. Her most recent Instagram photo of herself looking like Snow White had us completely smitten. We can all agree that she fits in perfectly. After all, not in a positive way, Rachel has been through a whirlwind lately. Does it sound right that she worked on a couple of projects? But after a little controversy, nothing worked out. While some of these occupations were completely cancelled, others chose to designate a replacement for her. You know, the whole reboot thing with Pirates of the Caribbean? Jenna Ortega replaced Snow White after her criticism. But in Hollywood, this is nothing new. When things don't work out, studios frequently recast and rearrange the deck. But Rachel's not really handling it that well. She's considering getting legal, which isn't really the industry standard, rather than just accepting the blows as they come. Most of the time, people simply move on. The truly awful news is this. If her Hunger Games movie didn't exactly blow up at the box office, companies could reconsider hiring her. Why exactly? Make the celebrations more dramatic. Furthermore, things might not go well if she decides to bring a lawsuit. That's not the kind of issue that studios want to handle. What currently constitutes Rachel's situation, it's important to remember that her remarks caused quite a commotion and that people do not quickly forget them. It is rare for performers to be held responsible for a film's poor box office performance, but Rachel may be one of those actors. Sales were undoubtedly impacted by her remarks. We're all kind of waiting to see how this works out, but one thing is certain. If she can get past this and make people forget about her previous comments, it will have a significant impact on her future professional career. In summary, the controversy surrounding Disney's Snow White demonstrates the difficulty of casting roles as well as the degree to which audience opinion can influence a film. Rachel Zegler's circumstances drew a lot of attention to Lucy Hale and controversy. Observing the intense discussions about the casting of Snow White and the direction of the film have been exciting. This narrative delves deeper than the Snow White cast, audience perceptions, and how cinema evolves over time. Filmmaking is about more than simply what happens on screen, even if we wait for the conclusion. This entire process serves as a reminder of that. It also concerns all that occurs behind the scenes. It has been an exciting journey, and it will be interesting to see how things work out in the end.